Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna show you guys how to do a beautiful bob cut braids. If you're interested in seeing how I get this done, please keep watching. Changes to come, 'cause the light's just around the corner. Life must go on. Alright, so I have already prepared my hair for this style. I did that in a previous video. If you haven't watched it as yet, be sure to check it out to see how I prep my hair for protective style. Now for this hairstyle, I will be using Morris beeswax. I'll be using some rubber bands, and I'm also using the Creme of Nature edge control. So firstly, I started off by sectioning my hair in different parts. By putting the hair in sections, it's easier to manage and to manipulate the sections one section at a time. For the back section, I'm going to be making 3 parts to give me 3 braids in the back, and I'm starting off with the Creme of Nature edge control. I'm going to be using that onto my roots, and then I'll be holding the hair in place using a rubber band. Now for best results when you're using rubber bands, you can go ahead and add some oil to the rubber bands. That ensures that the rubber bands glides off your hair easily when it's time to take them down without your hair snagging or knotting or getting entangled with the rubber bands. So you won't be able to rip any of your hair out, especially the sections to the edges. You have to be very careful with those sections because the hair lining might be a bit weaker, those sections. So you can oil the rubber band to prevent all of that. And also ensure that when you are wrapping your rubber bands, ensure that your comfort level is something that you are very comfortable with. You don't want to do it too tightly. You don't want to snag on your scalp because your scalp will become really sore and tender. And we don't want to be uncomfortable with our styles, alright? So I have 3 sections in the back, and please don't judge me for my parts, okay? So I continue to put the hair in different sections. As you can see, these are just some small boxes, and I did the same thing, repeat the same steps until the whole head is completed. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet, please go ahead and subscribe down below. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you like what you're seeing, and also share this video with your friend and tell a friend to tell a friend, and you know, everybody just subscribe so that we can grow together. Alright, so this is what the sections look like once I've completed all the rubber bands. Now I'm going to be using some X-pression braiding here for this style. This is in the color 1B and it's 84 inches long. So this is the center, and I'm just folding it in half. So I'm going to cut it right where my hand is. So I'm going to have the 2 ends to form the shorter part, and then the middle part I may not cut it. I did cut some of them, and then as I get to the longer parts I choose not to cut it because it was a bit shorter for the longer part. So for the shorter pieces of hair, I'm using those to the sides and the back of my head, and then I'm going to use longer ones as I get closer to the front or the middle section of the hair, because you know it's a longer length from the top of your head to get to the shoulder length where I want the bob cut to fall. Alright, so for the hair I took 2 pieces of hair out. One is bigger than the other, so the smaller ones, those 2 ends are going together for one section of the braid, and for the bigger portion of the hair I will be separating those 2 ends to make the other 2 parts of the braid. So I just put that through my roots using the crochet needle, pull the needle through, close the hook, and then pull the hair through. Now for my own hair, I'm using the beeswax onto my hair just to smooth it on a bit. This is going to tame the frizz, and it's going to allow the hair to blend in with the braiding hair so that everything seems natural and seamless. Now I also separated my natural hair as well and ensure that you know, it's distributed evenly with the braiding here as well, so that I don't have any section, you know, obviously bigger than the other. And I just do a regular 3-strand braid, or plait as you might know it. And that's it. I just do this all the way down to the end, or until I get to the length that I okay with for a bob cut. And once I get to the end, I just secure that with a rubber band, clip off any excess ends, and that's it. Alright, if you have other braids apart from the X-pression here, something that's more soft and flexible, something that's more of a natural texture, I think it would work better for this hairstyle, and I'll explain momentarily why I said that. But this is what it looks like, the first one that I have done. And I did go ahead, in the interest of time, complete the others off camera, and I'm going to show you one last time how I did this. So for my own hair, I'm adding the Morris beeswax to my own hair, and to the roots I have added the Creme of Nature edge control, and I'm just smoothing my ends out to ensure that, you know, it's properly covered with the beeswax, and to ensure that the hair shaft is properly covered, of course, and, you know, it will easily be tucked away within the braids. Now these are some longer sections that I'm going to be using at the top, and it's the same method. So I separate the hair in 2 parts, one slightly bigger than the other, and I put the hair through separately underneath the rubber band using the crochet needle. So you open the latch, put the needle through, attach the hair to the needle, close the latch, pull it underneath, and this is why you have to ensure that the hair is not too tight, because the braiding hair should be able to pass through easily without snagging or pulling onto your hair. There should be no tension and no pain as well. So now I have my 3 parts, the 2 small parts make 1, and then I'm now going to separate my hair. It doesn't have to be in 3 parts. I'm just separating, and I'm bringing the outer sections across the middle section, and I will continue doing that all the way down to the very end. Now you have to ensure that the natural hair is tucked underneath the braiding hair. So take a look at how natural this looks from the root. It actually looks as if the hair is coming out of my scalp. So I just continue braiding all the way down, and if you notice what I'm doing here, I'm just covering my natural hair with the braiding hair, so it's tucked underneath. So the braiding hair will always be on top. So even if there's a little bit of hair peeking through, or, you know, just popping out, because it's covered with the braiding hair, it will not be noticeable. And take a look at this braid. You can see how seamless it is. It looks so natural coming from the scalp. The braid pattern itself is smooth, and everything is looking so natural. So that's it. That's how it looks from the root all the way down, and I'm just going to continue braiding this until it gets to the length that I am working with for the others that are already done. Now, because this hair end is much longer than the others, I just clip some of it off so that it's easier to work with. So now I'm just going to secure the end using a rubber band, and then I'm just going to cut it at the length that I wish to maintain. So it's the same length as the ones that I had before. It may not be exact, but it's going to fall somewhere thereabout. Alright, so this is what I was telling you about. You can see the hair is not that flexible. It's well, the hair itself is flexible. As you can see, I can move that about, I can pull it backwards, frontwards, sideways, and it still looks natural. But the hair itself, for some reason, I didn't like the way that they were sticking out. I had to constantly be fixing them in place. It was a bit stiff for me. So this is what I was explaining. If you can use another braiding hair, something that's more natural, feels, you know, a softer texture, that would definitely work well. For a braiding hairstyle like this, it is important to plait it tightly because you want to ensure that your natural hair is tucked away. So, you know, I wouldn't suggest for you to not do it tightly. If you don't do it tightly, it would eliminate the stiffness, but at the same time, the style will not last. Alright, so I have added some mousse to the hair. This is going to tame any additional frizz that may still be there, hair that was not properly tucked away or clipped off. And now I'm just adding some accessories just to jazz up the hair and give it a boost so that everything looks, you know, chic and stylish and trendy. You know, those cufflinks and hair threads, hair accessories, these are definitely trending in braiding styles. So I am jazzing up my style and I'm ensuring that it's in the trending. Okay, all right, you can get these cuffs at any beauty salon, any local beauty store. You should be able to get these. So now I'm going to be fixing up my edges and my makeup off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, so this is the final look, you guys. This is what the hair is looking like. I am actually pleased with the overall look. As I said, I didn't like the way that the hair was actually sticking out. As you can see, I have to constantly be, you know, grooming and tucking and, you know, putting it in place. There's one sticking out around there. So that's the only issue I have. Other than that, I really like this. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think. Did you like this hairstyle? Are you gonna try this hairstyle? Please comment down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And be sure to watch my makeup video on this makeup that I'm wearing in this video that I'll be posting after I post this video. I have a bit of editing to do. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share with a friend, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.